S-Corp owners, listen up. Not knowing how to pay yourself properly from your S-Corporation can lead to IRS audits. Moreover, not paying yourself the correct salary amount could lead to a large, unnecessary tax bill. In short, the way you pay yourself in your S-Corporation determines whether you're going to be saving money or waiving IRS red flags. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to pay yourself and how much to pay yourself from your S-Corporation to stay both compliant with the IRS and to save on taxes. All that plus more on today's episode. What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Tax-Free Living. I'm your host, Carter Cofield, licensed CPA with over 13 years of experience. And in the last 5 years, we've helped our clients save over $25 million in taxes. And today, I'm here to help you. On today's episode, we're going to discuss how to pay yourself from your S-Corporation, how much to pay yourself, AKA reasonable salary. Then we're going to talk about how often to pay yourself from your S-Corp. And then we're going to talk about how to avoid IRS audits. So without further ado, let's break this down. Step 1, setting up payroll. As an S-Corp owner, you must pay yourself a salary through a legitimate payroll processor. This is not a bank transfer. This is not PayPal. You must set up a legitimate payroll software and pay yourself a salary. You can use softwares like Gusto, QuickBooks Payroll, ADP. These are 3 great softwares that you can use that will automate your payroll, whether on the weekly schedule, monthly schedule, or quarterly schedule. But these payroll softwares will not only distribute the payroll from your business account to your personal account, but they also will generate your W-2s, and both are necessary if you want to stay compliant with the IRS. If you want to ask me which is my favorite, I think Gusto is the cheapest and most user-friendly of the payroll softwares. So we use Gusto in our company, and we have our clients use Gusto as well. Step number 2, after you set up your payroll, you need to determine your reasonable salary. And a reasonable salary means what someone in your position would earn similar to your work. So this is based on a few factors. Number 1, your role in the company. Number 2, industry averages. Number 3, hours worked. And number 4, your business's profitability. And I know, guys, this seems like a lot of work to determine what your reasonable salary should be. So instead of taking this route, my preference would be for you to use what I call the payroll matrix. So one of my great mentors by the name of Mark Kohler came up with this Kohler payroll matrix, and I want to show it on the screen, and we're going to talk through it together because this is the easiest way for you to determine how to calculate your payroll. So as you can see in this breakdown, your payroll percentage amount depends on how much net profit your business earns, right? So if your business is earning $50,000 a year, your payroll percentage, it would be around 50% for it to be considered reasonable. But as you can see in this chart, the more money you make, the lower your percentage of your payroll has to be, because the more profitable and the more money your business makes, the larger your payroll will become anyway, so your percentage can go down. So for example, if your S-Corp nets $50,000 per year, a reasonable salary would be around 50%, which is $25,000. However, if your S-Corp nets $200,000, a reasonable salary might be closer to 35%, which is $70,000. So the more money you make, the lower percentage you have to take as a reasonable salary. And as you all can see at the end of the chart, once you start making over $400,000 in your business, the simple trick is just to stick with the salary of $100,000. Because let's be real, $100,000 salary is reasonable for anyone. So once you make it $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, you don't have to recalculate your salary for it to be considered reasonable with the IRS. You can just simply keep your salary at $100,000. So step number 1, set up payroll. Step number 2, determine your reasonable salary by using the Kohler payroll matrix. And step number 3 is how consistently or how often should you pay yourself payroll. So now let's talk about timeline. The minimum time frame that you should pay yourself payroll is quarterly. Why is this? Because every quarter the IRS is going to expect what's called a 941 quarterly payroll report. So if you don't pay yourself at least quarterly, your payroll software will not generate this report, and therefore you will not be compliant with with the IRS. So the minimum time frame to pay yourself is quarterly. We like it at our firm for you to pay yourself bi-weekly or monthly, because that way, no matter if you pay yourself on the 1st of the month or 15th, we're getting not only 1, but 2 payrolls ran per month, which will make sure that you have a substantial amount of payroll every quarter when you have to submit your 941s to the IRS. So the minimum time frame is quarterly. I prefer bi-weekly or monthly. And when you use the payroll software, they're going to withhold payroll taxes, and they're going to send those payroll taxes to the IRS when they submit these 941s. So the good part about having the payroll software is after you set up the payroll, you can set it and forget it, and all the forms will be filed and all your payroll taxes will be filed for you as well. So now let's talk about owner's distribution. A lot of S-Corp owners say, hey Carter, well, if I want to pay myself more than the reasonable salary, should I increase my payroll or should I take an owner's distribution? This is a phenomenal question. We do not want to pay ourselves any more via payroll than we need to. Why? Because the more salary we pay ourselves, the more payroll taxes we're going to end up paying. So after we pay ourselves our reasonable salary of, let's say, $50,000, if we need more money from the business, we could take it, but we would take it in the form of an owner's distribution. And an owner's distribution is simply a transfer from the business's account to your personal account. And with owner's draw, you don't have to pay payroll taxes on the owner's draw that you receive from the company. So you pay payroll taxes on your salary of, let's say, $50,000, but if you need another $100,000 from the business, you could pay owner's distribution, and this $100,000 completely avoids self-employment taxes. This is the overall point of setting up an S corporation, because instead of all of your money being subject to payroll taxes, only the salary portion of your money is subject to payroll taxes, which leads to large tax savings. So now that we know how to pay ourselves, which is using a payroll software like Gusto or ADP, and now that we also know how much to pay ourselves by using the Kohler payroll matrix to determine our reasonable salary, now that we know how often to pay ourselves, which is bi-weekly or monthly, let's talk about how to avoid IRS audits. And the simple way to avoid IRS audits is by doing the 3 things that we just talked about. As long as you pay yourself via payroll, as long as you pay yourself a reasonable salary, and as long as you pay yourself at least bi-weekly or monthly, you don't have to worry about IRS audits as the S-Corp owner, right? Staying compliant isn't hard. It's just making sure that you have the right systems and processes in place so that you can save on taxes and avoid IRS audits. So if you have an S corporation, you should now have everything that you need to succeed so that you can, again, minimize your taxes and maximize your protection. And again, if you need help setting this up, click the link below this video. Our firm not only helps you set up your S corporation, but we'll help you review your payroll every single year to make sure that you're staying compliant and minimizing your taxes. And we also will help you implement tax saving strategies throughout the year so you don't have to worry about paying taxes during tax paying season. So if you like this episode, do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with a friend. And let me know in the comments, what do you want me to talk about next? We talked about S-Corps, how to pay yourself from an S-Corp. We talked about how to pay yourself from an LLC. What do you need from me next so that I can make sure I'm serving you at the highest level? Until next time, peace out, guys.